Morning YouTube. Right, it's been a while since I've posted out, and this is a bit different to my usual content. So now to do with music or me mucking about in the workshop. So some of you may or may not know, but a few years back I was an unlicensed boxer, an unlicensed fighter, and I was training to become a professional fighter. But unfortunately I had a car accident which put an end to that. So been watching probably for the last 2-3 months this what's called the dark corner of YouTube, and yeah, it's pretty fucking pathetic, to be honest with you. So I've decided that for myself I'm going to get myself back into shape where I can have at least one more fight, which is going to be difficult given that I have some lower hip and lower back problems. Okay, so I'm going to have to work around that. So I'm not going to be able to run or do any sort of heavy road work and stuff. So my cardio is going to have to be developed a different way. But I'll film it and put it all on, and you know, you can do whatever you do with stuff. So thought I'd have a bit of a call out because I'm a bit fucking trying to motivate myself. So if I've got a goal at the end, if I've got a fight, yeah, then I'll train. I mean, I'm going to train anyway, but you know what I mean. It's always nice to have something to aim towards. So the old dark corner of YouTube. So I thought I'd give you all a bit of a call out. So Danny G, right? Yeah, I'm not so sure you can fight, mate. I'm sure you can have a go, but I don't think you're a fighter. And if you fancy, when I'm fit, you know, it'll be after Christmas, I would imagine now. But yeah, if you fancy having a decent Queensberry rules stand-up fight, then yeah, I'm up for that, Danny. So let me know what you think. I do like some of your content. Find some of it a bit much, to be honest, but you know, each to their own, I guess. But I do find you quite entertaining, so yeah, I'd love to have a bit of a do with you, and I'm sure everybody else would love to see you have a do. So yeah, Danny G. And then you've got the Doncaster fucking donut, the Doncaster donkey, Brett May, gone and got himself locked up, and he's now as far away from fucking Donnywater. Well, he's not, he's at the end of Donnywater, isn't he, if he's in Hull. But either way, Brett, you've got time now to train, so bit of a local derby. I'm just up the road in Leeds. When you get out, I don't know how long that's going to be, but when you do, if you fancy having a bit of a stand-up fucking to do, and you know, we'll get in the ring, squared the circle, and see what happens. So yeah, if you fancy it, Brett, here I am. Who else is there? Oh, Mr. Munkenstein. So watching the old Hedgehog man and Mr. Munkenstein. Now he's a fucking character, isn't he, that kid? So I did hear, I don't know if out ever came of it, but he was wanting to have another bout, another step through the ropes and find out what he's all about for himself, right? And he's a bit older than me. I'm 43 at the moment, but if Mr. Munkenstein, if you fancy stepping up and meeting me on the squared circle, then I'd love to do that. I think that would be a good fight. So Mr. Munkenstein, and who else was there? Oh, Big Ricky Colleen, yeah. So I appreciate that Ricky kind of stepped out of character, or the other week, as it were. But Ricky is a good lad as far as I can tell, and I think he's over in Vietnam or Thailand. I think he's moved there now from what he said on his video the other day. But if you're ever back in the UK, Ricky, and you fancy having a bit of a match up, then I'd love to meet you as well. So, and I say all this with love, you know what I mean? I don't want to fucking kill anybody. I don't mind having a good do with somebody, and let's say in a fair fight, that's perfectly honourable. So, but yeah, I don't want to be calling anybody out and slagging anybody off. So these are simply, if you want to fight, I'm here. Alright, there's no hassle. Who else? Well, JDP was wanting to fight that Irish prick. Well, yeah, I know you're not particularly a fighter, JDP, but if you want to have a do, then yeah, get your name down, mate. Let's see if we can't at least get me one fight out of the bunch of you. Yeah, who else were there? JDP. I mean, Hedgehogman. Now, I don't think for 1 second that Hedgehogman is a fighter, but you never know. You might want to lace some gloves up and take part and chew a bit of leather with the rest of the boys. So, if you fancy a bit of a do Hedgehog, then all respect, we'll have it. Oh, and Bobby, yeah. Now, I know this is probably going to sound a bit silly, Bobby, but seeing as though I'm calling everybody else, I thought I'd better call you out because I don't want you to be left out. So yeah, so if you fancy giving me a good whatever, then let's have that too, Bob. I don't know if you've ever thought you might have been quite an handy lad in your younger days. But there we are anyway. So I think that's everybody I need to call out for now. With regards to that Irish prick and the two that come from over the fucking Cumbria way, personally, I don't give any time to nonces or people that impose their will on others that are weaker than them, shall we say. So the only thing that I disagree about all this dark side stuff is that you keep enabling them people to be seen and have a view. So personally, I won't even entertain them, and they wouldn't even better stand with me anyway. So they would be fights where I wouldn't be very nice. So there we are. So I'm the Rev. Yeah, let me know what you think. I will be training. I've already started my training this month. First time in, what, 13 years I think it is, or something daft. So I've tried doing a bit. It's going to take me a while. We'll see how I feel tomorrow, because it's the recovery that is the main problem at the moment for me. So I mean, 2 years ago, just to put it in perspective, 2 years ago I couldn't even get out of bed for over 2 months because I was in that much pain. So I've had to re-establish walking and then slowly move myself about. So I can move now, I can do stuff. I just have days where it sets me back, but apart from that, I think this rekindling an old fire is just maybe what some people need. So certainly what I need anyway. So anybody on this dark corner, yeah, let's have it and let me know what you think. Alright, catch you all in a bit.